What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back to another video and welcome back to another training camp coverage video for the New York Giants. Quickly before I start, yes, I know I need a haircut. Every time I drive by the barbershop, they are packed and full of people, so I don't have time to be waiting in there. Okay, I've got videos to make. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get a haircut soon. Don't worry, guys. Gotta look good for you guys. I understand. So let's go on to covering what's today? What's today? The Tuesday, July 30th, 2019. Yeah, so let's get into it. Boom. Alright, so due to some stormy issues, it's raining over there in New York right now, and due to lightning in the area, they had to move their practice inside, away from, you know, any other dangers of the rain and lightning and things like that, because nobody's trying to get struck by lightning. So, our first standout of the day is Corey Ballentine. He got his second interception of training camp so far. It says here, make that 2 for the rookie. Ballentine, who had an interception on Saturday, notched another today in what was the highlight of the day. Fellow rookie Daniel Jones tried to thread the needle in the back of the end zone, but Ballentine stretched out to intercept the pass on the bang bang play. Pat Shurmur had these nice words to say about Corey Ballentine. He says, each day he looks a little bit more comfortable, Coach Pat Shurmur said of Ballentine, who was wounded by a gunshot hours after he was drafted this past April. I would say it's a running parallel with two things. Obviously coming from a gunshot and then also just becoming more comfortable in the defense. He made a play Saturday which was good, and he's generally been in the right spot. He's been competing. We're sort of pleased to this point with his progress. So Ballentine, obviously yesterday Sunday? The training camp Sunday. They didn't have any practice Monday. Sunday, he struggled a little bit. He was actually getting caught on and things like that, and he was actually on the other end of the highlight reels. But today, he's bouncing back. He's learning from his mistakes, and Ballentine's playing well. So our next standout is our longtime quarterback, Eli Manning. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing here, as you know, they're pretty much just talking about other random stuff about how Eli's 38 and things like that, so I'm not really going to go through all that time. You guys know he's 38 years old. You guys know that he's our quarterback, things like that. But he had some great throws and connected with Golden Tate and Evan Ingram nicely today, and apparently he's been I don't know, he's been playing baseball or something like that. I'm reading articles and he's talking about baseball, or he's been throwing around baseballs, and somehow that's helping him. I don't care what he does. He could do anything that revolves his hands and arm movement. Yeah, I don't care what he does as long as, you know, he's throwing the ball right. And our next, and this is not our final standout. We have like 4 or 5 standouts today. It's a lot of standouts today. Our next standout is Benny Fowler. Again, this might be the third time in a row Benny Fowler is a standout of the day. So, you gotta say, Benny Fowler has been the most consistent wide receiver out of all the wide receivers so far in this offseason. Yes, I know Golden Tate's a newcomer, and I know Golden Tate's obviously not gonna get, have the lens really on him, because he's proven. We know what we get from Golden Tate, and, people are looking at the guys who are competing like Benny Fowler, and obviously that's why he's getting a lot of looks and things like that. Says here that he had a nice red zone touchdown from Eli Manning, and he made another sensational grab and hauled in a pass as he fell backward near the sideline. So, yeah, it's another great day for Benny Fowler. Next up, we have Evan Ingram. Now, there's a video that the Giants just posted. I'll play it here of Evan Ingram doing exactly what I've been wanting a Giant tight end to do. Well, Evan Ingram is specific to do. Something that the Giants sort of do sometimes, but not as much, is running the seam route, getting open in the middle of the field. This is exactly what I want Evan Ingram to do during the season. We don't see it enough. Eli Manning is infamous for making these type of throws. Eli Manning is infamous for hitting these tight ends who are running these type of routes. Line up either in the slot or close to the line. I know Evan Ingram doesn't like to play on the line, but he's a tight end, so that's what he needs to do. And run that seam route, go right through, especially on the inside linebacker blitz. Especially if you're reading a blitz from the inside. If you call that play 9 times out of 10, you're gaining some yards, if not a first down. So Great job from Evan Ingram. He's made some great catches. That catch, by the way, was one hand if you didn't see it. So great job by Evan Ingram. Next up, Oshane is beating out our tackles again. He is absolutely killing training camp right now. I don't know if he's looking like the best edge rusher. He probably not. I think Lorenzo Carter still has that. But Marcus Golden and Oshane made some noise today. And listen, I'm really actually getting worried. I'm getting worried about, because listen, Oshane better be the next coming of Von Miller if he's constantly beating Nate Solder. I'm getting worried now. Usually when I watch these training camps, I love to see that back and forth. You know, how a cornerback can really mess with a wide receiver, then a wide receiver really gets to the cornerback. I love to see that competition. So far, it's been Oshane absolutely dominating Nate Solder. This is a problem. You know, I hope Nate Solder is either he's getting beat good, like Oshane is legitimately good, or Nate Solder is just not the player we thought he was. So listen, I'm concerned. I'm legitimately concerned. I know we should be happy for X-Man. I am happy for X-Man. He's developing. You know, this is one of the highest paid left tackles in the league right now. And the fact that he's humiliating him day after day is crazy. It even says here that Nate Solder and Remmers were actually giving X-Man advice, saying, listen, you need to know how to play the inside a little bit better. And guess what? Guess what X-Man did today? He beat him on the inside. He beat him cutting inside. So X-Man is learning quickly, but Nate Solder needs to catch up. So those are standouts. By the way, KB Sports Talk it's obviously already passed, but I gotta go on in like 6 minutes. So I'm trying to hurry this up. Now, we mentioned Corey Ballentine already, how he notched that interception. Great job. They also in the notes, they also highlight another pass that he broke up from Kyle Lauletta to Benny Fowler on the last play of practice. He's making the most of his opportunity with the groin injury to Sam Beal. And listen, Corey Ballentine, you talk about DeAndre Baker really making it up there to the first team. Corey Ballentine started from the bottom of the freaking depth chart and worked all the way up to second team. You got to give it to Ballentine. Antonio Hamilton is again making noise. Antonio Hamilton is like becoming one of these guys that really makes those bang bang plays. You know, there was one time where he tipped a pass for interception and things like that, and he's ripping balls and things. He's doing the same thing today. He ripped the ball from Russell Shepard after a completed pass during the final team period. Julian Love scooped up the fumble for the defense. So great job by Hamilton there, really making a case to make this roster in the back end of the defensive backs. Ryan Connolly is again making noise. This is what I'm talking about, guys. My bold prediction is not being so bold anymore. Ryan Connolly is proving me right. He dropped back in zone today. By the way, he started, well, not really started, but he started for the second team, playing Mike linebacker, inside linebacker, and dropped in zone, was able to deflect the pass, but not quite get his hands on it. I'm not expecting them to catch it all the time. I'm expecting them to at least hit it and let a defensive back catch it. But, you know, he's doing what he needs to do, and Ryan Connolly is doing great. It says here, Michael Thomas is competing not just in special teams, but as a safety. It says here he knocked the ball away from Scott Simonson on a well-placed back shoulder seam throw from Jones during a team period. On the very next play, he came down quickly on a wide receiver screen, and he would have made a tackle for a very short gain. Michael Thomas is doing great. Daniel Jones is playing great, but it seems like a lot of these defenders are getting their licks on Daniel Jones. So a little worried about that, but, you know, obviously the defense has to win some days. And last but not least, I want to mention Sterling Shepard. Eli Manning talked about it in his press conference, that he was very excited, very happy for Sterling Shepard, that he's running his routes even though he's on that thumb injury. Listen, Sterling Shepard is catching with one hand. He's still running his routes. He really wants to be the guy for this Giants offense, and that's what we need on this team. Guys with passion, guys with heart. Do not be surprised if a guy like Sterling Shepard, well, Sterling Shepard could be a little noisy in the locker room as far as lifting the team up. Maybe he gets to see, but the amount of effort and passion that he's showing, especially with his thumb injury, still running the routes, you know, not sitting out, not being a baby about it. He's still, you know, participating, but not furthering his injury. It's fantastic to see. So great job by Sterling Shepard, even though he's limited in practice. And I'm just so happy for this team. It's actually building into what the Giants should be. We are a classy organization with classy players, and that's what we're building, and I'm excited about that. I really am. So that is training camp, Tuesday, July 30th, 2019. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I have to go live for KB Sports Talk in about 3 minutes, so I have 3 minutes to get get everything down and get ready to go live and things like that. But yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys in the next video.